Uh-oh, looks like we have another 2024 breakup on our hands, guys, and this time it's Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. But didn't we already see this one coming? Reportedly, it's over, and they're headed for divorce, and for once, Ben's not to blame. Allegedly, he's been
why you slide the door like that?
regretting leaving his ex-wife,
What?
Jennifer Garner, and getting with J-Lo.
Hold on. Hold on. Damn,
Okay, just for a bit of background, before we get into this divorce drama, Bennifer first began dating in 2001, with Ben popping the question in 2002 with a massive pink diamond engagement ring. But they called their wedding off just days before they were set to say "I do" in 2004, and split for good just months later. Then almost 20 years after they first got together, Ben and Jennifer were spotted on a sweet date in the Hamptons in 2021. And by the summer of 2022, they had already gotten hitched. But if you've been keen, you probably noticed that Jen and Ben haven't been publicly seen together since around March 30th when they were together for an outing in New York. But Jennifer further raised eyebrows that something was definitely going on when she liked an Instagram post about healthy relationships, which read in part, "You can't build a relationship with someone who is disconnected from themselves." Jen was also riding solo for the Met Gala, and the reason given for that was that Ben was working on The Accountant too, so he could not attend with Jen. Baby, that was just cap, because it really doesn't take a genius to notice that there's a bit of trouble in paradise, or probably even a whole lot of trouble, because we are talking about a divorce here, loves. But even before these recent reports, we'd been seeing the signs, and they were plenty. For instance, in a video that went viral, Ben was described as looking stressed and miserable on a coffee run in LA, and appeared to slam a car door after helping Jennifer into the passenger seat. That same month, footage appeared showing them in what appeared to be a heated row in a car at a set of traffic lights in Beverly Hills. Ben pointed directly at Jen, who turned away to look out of the window as they clearly engaged in what looked like a heated argument. Speaking of heated exchanges, at last year's Grammy Awards, Jennifer also appeared to snap at her husband during a tense exchange, which the couple tried to play down. Also, just have a look at this video of Ben after he tells J-Lo he'll be back. It's like he couldn't wait to get away from her.
Wow.
Anywho, the reports are now saying that they are on two different pages of their marriage, with the source even telling Us Weekly.
Hey, man, if it's toxic, man, it's toxic. Leave it alone. Walk away. Just be friends. You know what I'm saying? Just be friends. Just be friends. If y'all feel like y'all can't separate, just be friends and realize y'all not. Don't try to force nothing. Even if you're in a relationship right now, don't try to force anything. Me and my girlfriend, bro, we genuine. I genuinely love her. She genuinely love me. It's proof of it. All this extra stuff, you don't deal with that. That's not happiness and that's not love, okay? Simple.
Weekly about the situation.
Oh, my bad.
Jen and Ben are having issues in their marriage. They started having issues a few months ago as Jen had started ramping up work commitments and prepping for her tour. We also had TMZ reporting that Ben had moved out, with the source telling them, "We're told he left a house that he's been seen coming from and going to, and where we're told he's been spending the night as well." Obviously, with the rumors of the divorce going around, fans have also come up with their own reasons why they think the marriage was no longer working. And I'm not surprised that a lot of people are actually saying that Ben got tired of J-Lo always seeking attention and putting their love life out there for everybody to scrutinize. I mean, this really isn't far-fetched, considering that Ben himself said that if it were up to him, their marriage would never play out on social media. Okay, like I said, Jen and Ben initially broke up in 2003 before reconnecting 20 years later. And as for what led to their breakup back in 2003, Ben explained that the constant public scrutiny put a strain on their relationship, but he later learned to adjust for the new chapter in their love story once they reconnected. He even said on Jennifer's 2024 documentary, "The greatest love story never told. Getting back together, I said, listen, one of the things I don't want is a relationship on social media." And then I sort of realized it's not a fair thing to ask. It's sort of like you're gonna marry a boat captain and you go, "Well, I don't like the water." We're just two people with kind of different approaches trying to learn to compromise. Maybe he didn't quite get used to having.
I agree with that, man. Putting your business out there to the world, it ain't nobody business what y'all going through. It ain't nobody business. Whatever, like, I bro.
his love life publicized, because apparently that's one thing that really put a strain on their marriage. There was even a scene from the documentary where Ben was noticeably uncomfortable with J-Lo sharing details of their old love letters with her friends and colleagues. To add on to that, allegedly, J-Lo really pushed Ben to maintain a certain image, and it reached a point to where Ben was furious because he was getting slammed for fillers and Botox that Jen pushed him to get, allegedly.
What?
Apparently, J-Lo had convinced him that everybody in Hollywood does a little facial maintenance, including his good friends like Matt Damon. And a lot of people are also saying that since they haven't been photographed together since March, maybe the divorce has something to do with Jen being involved with Diddy's case, since March is also around when people were saying that Jen was complicit in some of the crimes. And yes, I'm talking about the one where Natanya Rubin, who was right in the middle of everything, was hit in the face. She already said that she wants the bullet fragments taken out of her face for ballistics evidence because she's happy to have the case reopened. Like, she is willing to have a doctor remove a part of the 9mm bullet in her face so they can use it as evidence if need be for the trial, even if it will cost her her life. Natanya also said that J-Lo straight up lied to the jury, and she should also be investigated alongside Diddy.
We all had to go and speak at the grand jury. J-Lo testified at the grand jury, as did many other people. It needs to be reopened because if that is in fact the case, she carried the gun in and she lied to the grand jury.
Ooh, they trying to lock her up.
It needs to be reopened.
And if y'all seen how J-Lo has just been a mess as of late, other than the Diddy scandal, she has been in the headlines for all the wrong reasons, from her projects that are not doing so well, and add to that the Bronx orange drink controversy, spitting chewing gum in her assistant's hand in the middle of New York City, and she was also called out for how badly she mistreats her staff. Fans have been pointing out that it can't be a coincidence that a lot of people who've worked for J-Lo all have the same narrative about how they were treated. And she's also been trending again for how she's always appropriating black culture but refuses to acknowledge black artists behind the success of her music. Though she has called herself a negrita, so she kind of acknowledges being of African descent.
I think the problem with Jenny from the Block is that they cut my laugh and they kept ad-libs and they turned her vocals like all the way down, and the from the Bronx part is me, and it's just, you know.
So people are saying that if this is the attitude she also has in her marriage, baby, there's no way it was ever going to hold. Well, there have also been reports saying that J-Lo and Ben are both not ready to throw in the towel just yet and could decide to work on their marriage. Reportedly, Ben believes in therapy to a point and is willing to be a good sport about participating with an open mind, even though he hates the whole humiliating process. A source also said that he's never going to gauge the success of his marriage by what happens in the therapist's office, and that he has a higher tolerance for conflict and having to fight to get his way than the average guy. Now, after an insider noted that they have known Ben for more than 10 years, they explained that everything is a fight for Ben and Jen, adding, the only satisfaction he gets in life is overcoming when the odds are stacked against him. Now that they're reunited, the ego battle between Ben and Bennifer was always on full display and is only eclipsed by the obvious passion and respect they have for one another. But there has to be an easier path, and you have to ask why they want their marriage to be this way in the first place. But even with all the issues, apparently Ben and Bennifer don't do the silent treatment when dealing with issues. They are not afraid to bring it up, lay it on the table, and talk or yell it out. But the problem is that nobody believes that that's sustainable in the long term, and especially as they continue to brainstorm ideas to make more films together. They were also both spotted out, and both Ben and Jen appear to be wearing their wedding rings amidst rumors they could be splitting up. Ben was spotted on a solo morning drive in Los Angeles, and he had his left hand hanging out of the window, giving a clear view of his ring.
Dang, bro. When you that famous, you can't even just drive somewhere by yourself peacefully. Like that's not a regular thing. What? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I don't want to be that famous, man. I can't even live my life. Everything I do is dissected. Oh my God.
Ring finger. As for Bennifer, she was spotted wearing her ring as she arrived in an LA dance studio looking ready for some choreography action. So maybe they are willing to work through things. But what do you think? Does it really look like they will work it out? Or do you think this
Man, leave them people alone, y'all. Leave them people alone. You know what I'm saying? Some people be toxic. They got toxic, bro. In regular real life, I know members that done been on and off 10 times a year. You feel me? And then they still love each other. They still, you feel me? Like, some people just, I don't know. Some people they don't get it. Like, You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be together, but nobody gonna stop them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. Y'all niggas need to start loving yourselves. Get in tune with yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Understand who you are first. You feel me? As a person. Once you do that, get on your purpose. You feel me? Whatever your purpose may be, get on it, lock in on it, focus on it, and do what you say you gonna do, right? While keeping God first and building that relationship with God, I'm telling you, God gonna reward you with that one person that's made for you. Simple. You should play Kevin, man. Hold on. Yeah, yeah. It get like that sometimes. It get like that. Make sure y'all like the video for me. Subscribe if you new. I'm gonna catch you in the next one, alright?